If you are going to do YouTube, and you probably heard this before, I would not do it for the money. Okay, that should not be your primary thing. Because YouTube, even though some people like to say YouTube is a job, it's not a job. YouTube is a business. Okay, and so you are effectively creating a business from the ground up. If you are going to do YouTube purely for the money, then I would not recommend you do it. But if you do YouTube to make money, but it's only one of your sources of income, then that is actually the better approach. Okay, that's actually what I do. So YouTube is one source of income. It's not my main source of income.
It is important to actually be a content creator, but it's also important to understand the business side of it. And so the reason why I feel like I can have some, I guess, knowledge and experience in talking about that is because I'm on both sides. So if you see back here, and move my mouse, this is my YouTube channel, which you probably can't see, but on the other end is Google AdWords. Okay, so this is how you see ads on your YouTube videos, and this is how you see ads on the internet. Okay, and I'll go into more detail on that. And then on the other end, I have Facebook ads. This is Facebook ads for businesses. Okay, the other one is Google AdWords. And so I understand how you see ads. So that is the business end of it, because I'm actually running ads. But then I'm also on the other end, obviously, because I am a YouTube creator. So I also understand what's affecting creators as well. And as a matter of fact, if I actually go to my YouTube channel here, and I don't think you'll be able to see this, but one of my YouTube videos, or many of my YouTube videos, actually got demonetized as well. Okay, so if you're not familiar with it, if you are a YouTube creator, you've probably seen this new symbol. It's like an orange symbol with a dollar sign, and then it says not suitable for most advertisers, and then it says request review. Okay, and so that's why I wanted to show you there. I do both. So I understand how the ads work, because I actually create ads and actually buy ads. Okay, and then on the other end, I create videos, I create content. So my YouTube videos have also been demonetized. So if you've never created YouTube videos before, this is in general how YouTube or Google pays you. Okay, and so you've probably heard of Google AdSense and Google AdWords. Okay, and the way you get paid is through AdSense. So how does that really work? Well, it works. Let's go ahead and start step by step. Google AdWords, when people like myself or businesses, when we buy ads on Google, okay, or in the case, this is Facebook, you're buying ads, okay? So when we buy the ads, we're spending money. You know, we're spending money with the understanding that the money that we spend on the ads, it'll get shown to people, you know, who are on our website or whatever platforms, okay? That's the beginning. That's Google AdWords, okay? Then you move over to Google AdSense, okay? So Google AdSense is the actual program that allows people to get paid for the ads that are being displayed on their many different properties. For example, YouTube is one place. So if you are familiar with Google AdWords, there's two, in general, places. There's the GDN network, with the Google Display Network, which is what YouTube is part of. But there's also Google Search Network, which if you go to google.com and many of its search partners, that's the Google Search Network. And then Facebook ads has ads that obviously you see on Facebook, but they also own Instagram, so there's also on Instagram too. But it's all tied together. There's Facebook ads, Facebook Messenger, Instagram ads, okay? So you understand how this works. Ads, when we buy ads, Google AdWords. AdSense is the program that allows you to make money from placing the ads on your properties, like your website, or in this case, on YouTube channels, okay? So that's how you, in the end, get paid, okay? And so whenever the ads run, just remember, Google AdWords, I or a business, we paid for the ads to show up on YouTube, and then if people watch or engage with the ads, they charge the money that I spent, okay, or the business spent. And then what Google does is, through the AdSense program, they allow a profit sharing So you get a percentage of that ad spend. And that's how creators make money. And I hope that really makes sense, because if you watch my YouTube channel, you know that I really value content creation. And I would encourage you to create YouTube videos or create any other type of content on the internet, because it's really powerful. Okay, and I even have a playlist for YouTube, people who want to get into YouTube. But I really feel that if you are new to YouTube or you're not familiar with the whole idea of how this all works, when you hear news like YouTube demonetization and stuff, it could really deter people from creating content. Or in other cases, if you are already a content creator, things like this could, to be honest, it could really piss you off, because of the simple fact that a lot of people, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but the people who do YouTube full time, a lot of them primarily depend on AdSense to make their money. Okay, and that's really why I want to get into this, because if you depend primarily on Google AdSense, and just remember how I just explained it, I buy ads on Google AdWords. Google allows you to make money off those ads through Google AdSense, and then finally you as the creator get a percentage of that. Okay, and so Google, being a business, as all these businesses, Facebook ads, if I'm spending money on the ads, I want to get a return on investment on my ads. Okay, so the whole YouTube Adpocalypse was the fact that these ads were showing up in places that they did not agree with. So basically they were not getting a ROI. Okay, so why would you spend your money? And so because of that, a lot of advertisers pulled out their ad spend, which is right here, off of YouTube, which is bad for business. Okay, so what that meant was, at the end, Google didn't get paid, and so through the AdSense program, content creators didn't get paid, because you as the person buying ads, or as the business buying ads, you are not getting a proper ROI on your investment. So that is the business reason of why this whole YouTube Adpocalypse, and also the technical reasons of how this works. Let's get into the whole demonetization. Okay, so now that we kind of have an understanding of how it works in general. Okay, so with the demonetization, Google is always constantly making changes. Every single company makes changes. Okay, and so the big part of it is their algorithms underneath. And so what the algorithm is doing is, it's going through all these millions and millions of videos throughout their YouTube platform. There's literally millions of hours of content uploaded every single day to YouTube all around the world. And so human beings, they would not have a workforce large enough to take care of all that. And so obviously they built AI for that. And what the AI does is it'll go through everybody's YouTube channel and see whether or not it is suitable for the ad to be displayed. Okay, so let me explain to you how that works from the ad platform. Okay, so if you use Google AdWords, okay, or even you use Facebook ads, any ad platforms, there is an option here that will allow you to actually exclude things. Okay, there's an option here called exclusions on AdWords. Okay, and there's also things like placements and topics. Okay, so if you've never done ads, then this might not be familiar with you. But you, as a person buying ads, as a person or business, you have control on where your ads are shown. Okay, so what the AI does in general, and obviously nobody really knows the algorithm, but what Google's AI does, it looks and sees what preferences you put in your ads, and it will try to figure out the best place to show your ads, or the best place not to show your ads. Okay, so recently with all the algorithm changes, the AI, since it's not a human, it's learning. Okay, and so with that, it's going to make quote unquote mistakes. Okay, and so my videos have been demonetized, or in this case, limited revenue. Okay, and so like my last video, I did a review on the movie The Man from Nowhere, and it has no copyright footage, nothing. It's just me, like right now, talking in front of my video camera, in this case my phone, and I have a movie playing in the background, but there's nothing that from the terms of service that I violated anything. But the AI still limited my monetization, and it's actually done this on pretty much every new video that I've uploaded in the past, I would say, month or so. Okay, and I hope that this doesn't sound like I'm pro business or pro content creator, okay? I'm pro both. That's why I want to show you both. And that's why, you know, a lot of times whenever you see content creators, and they have every right to do so because they're creating content, right? So whenever you see a lot of content creators make these videos, normally they're very angry. And so, and that's understandable, especially if this is your primary source of income. But the thing is, if they've never done the other side where you run ads, you actually pay money for ads as a person or a business, then you only see one side of it. And so that's why I really wanted to make this video, because so then I could explain to people how it works on both sides, okay? And let me talk about the two approaches, okay, and the mindsets. And these are my opinions, and you know, they might not necessarily be the same as anybody else's opinions. Let me go from the perspective of what you see on YouTube, meaning the content creators, because honestly, you only really see it from the content creators' perspective, okay? And so a lot of people are saying these things. Oh, they're taking away our money. Or, hey, why did my videos get demonetized? Hey, I'm creating all this content for Google and YouTube to make money, and they're screwing me. They're stealing my money, okay? And if you're only looking at it from that side, okay, I get it. And this is what I'm talking about, the mindset. That is the thought of you seeing YouTube as your employer, and you are the employee, okay? So in this case, you're like, hey, I did all this work, but I'm not getting paid for it. Okay, and that is not really what YouTube is. Okay, on that video that I mentioned earlier about the YouTube Adpocalypse, when you are a content creator, when you're on YouTube, you are not an employee. You are an entrepreneur. Whenever people get into this, most people who are doing this, they've never been an entrepreneur before. Okay, and so they will go into it thinking this is a job, which I believe it's not a job. Because if you go work at a job, if the business, which you don't own, if the business doesn't pay you, then you're going to quit your job, or you're going to file complaints, or it's illegal, right? For in most countries, for you not to get paid if you go work at a job. But this isn't a job, because you are not an employee of Google or YouTube. Okay, you are a business owner. You are an entrepreneur. And the reality is, when you're an entrepreneur, this is really what happens in entrepreneurship. A lot of times, actually all the time, there's constantly changes. You might not get paid at all if you're an entrepreneur. You could be in a business for 5 to 10 years and not make a profit, or you could go out of business, or somebody could not pay you. Your clients might not pay you, or people could steal your ideas, or you could get sued. And that's actually what happens when you become a content creator. You are now entering the world of entrepreneurship and a business owner. And I have said this many times before, and even on the last video, is that my personal opinion is that YouTube, because it's not a job, you should not see YouTube, in my opinion, as your main source of income. Okay, you should see it as multiple sources of income, because that's actually how businesses work. Businesses don't have one source of income. They have multiple sources of income. And so in this case, that's why I wanted to show you the Google AdWords, and I have Facebook ads, and explain to you how you get paid as a content creator, and how the business, Google or Facebook, that's how they make money, okay? And they share that money with you. They don't have to, because you're not their employee, okay? And so Google and Facebook have a vested interest to make sure their ads get shown, because if I'm spending money, or a business is spending money on ads, and I'm not getting a return on my ads, I'm not going to spend money anymore, okay? And in this case, Google is like Rose was saying, Google is purposely not paying you. That's not the case, Rose, because if the ads are not being shown, then Google doesn't make money as well, because I'm going to stop spending money on ads. And so it's in their best interest for Google, Facebook, all these other companies to make sure the ads get shown, okay? But obviously, if it's shown in places that we don't want, or if it's not a good return on investment, we're going to stop spending money. And so Google not showing the ads, they don't get paid, okay? And so it's not that they're taking money away, because they're not making money. Because if people like myself are not spending money on their ads, nobody gets paid. And so that's why companies like Google, like Facebook, Twitter has ads, Snapchat has ads. Every single thing that you do on the internet, there has to be some monetary benefit. Otherwise, they wouldn't have a business. Otherwise, we wouldn't be making this video now. Otherwise, you would not have any of the things that you did because you normally work for a business. And a business has responsibilities to make sure they're making money and generating revenue so they could pay you to work for the companies. And the way that Google and all these companies make money, this is how they make money. Do not see AdSense as your main source of income, because if you do, you'll be in the same situation as a job. Because if they stop paying you, you don't have any other source of income. And that's a huge problem. And just understand that no matter what platform that you're on, they're constantly going to be making changes. Why? Because they have to. Because if they don't, their competition is going to, and they're going to make less money, and they're going to have to lay off or fire people or go out of business. My suggestion, as always, is if you do decide to be a content creator, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, doesn't matter. I would never, in my opinion, I would not put that as your only means of income. Because if you do, when there are changes that are made, which there will always be changes, you could lose all your income. And that is horrible. So the whole point of this video, hopefully, I hope that people kind of get this. That's why I wanted to show you the ads on the back end, explain to you how AdWords works with AdSense, and then how it works with the content creators. And then also my perspective on it, that don't look at YouTube as an employer and you as an employee. Look at it as a way for you to grow your business, okay, or your own personal things.
Well, I just really want to say thank you, okay? Thank you for everybody who watches these videos, and especially thank you for my subscribers. The last time I looked, I think I had 21 subscribers. So anywhere you are around the world, I really do want to thank you for watching these videos. It does mean a lot to me.
Thanks for checking out this episode. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And for full written content, audio content, and additional geek stuff, head over to geekoutdoors.com, and I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.